from HDSM. Amen. Sure. So my testimony, it's very long, but I'm gonna give you like very brief, you know. Amen. So I'm sure most of you, the regulars of HDSM do actually remember my testimony from where it started. I'll just take you through it briefly. Amen. So in January this year, I got retrenched from work, and it wasn't a normal retrenchment. No? It was like a 4:10 in the hour. And we had to be retrenched with immediate effect. It was chaos. There was really no compensation. It was very tough. We only got paid, I think, in February or so, and the retrenchment was in January, so we didn't even get the January salary. It was very difficult. It was a very tough time. Amen. By the grace of God, okay, I had received a prophecy previously that there's someone that I'm going to meet that would create an opportunity for me some way, right? So just after I got retrenched in February, well, in the same Jan, I got this person now came and said, hey, I've submitted your CV to a couple of people, so maybe something might come up. How? Something comes up immediately after that, right? So something that we were even laughing about to the prophet, that this job looks so low, and like there was literally nothing I could expect out of it that is positive. However, I did go for an interview. Even the interview, I didn't prepare. I just got there and I said, I know already I'm gonna get 10 out of 10 because I like this thing, I know it off by heart. Good and well, I went for the interview, unprepared. My kids were even making noise it was online. So you know that job, I was just like, okay, I showed up. Literally, it was online. I did the interview. Hey, and I got feedback like speedily. Now, I want you to behold the time frames. I got to change in January, no? By February the 1st, I had already signed an offer during my medicals and induction. February, from January the 17th, né? That is roughly like 2 weeks. 1st of Feb, I had already been employed, right? So I joined this company, and trust me, it wasn't the most swiftest or enjoyable journeys. However, you know what, I just told myself that there's something that will come out of this, because also another thing is that I've been wanting to work for this company, but I would get rejected I would apply now, and then 10 minutes later you get a rejection. That's how, precise they are with their candidates, right? I've been applying. I just told myself that, okay, maybe this is it. And mind you, the contract I was on was a temporary contract. People of God, I said I don't want to make this long, but maybe let me just tell you this. It was a temporary contract. Then they advertised the post again to be permanent. On the day of the interview, guys, I was all dressed and ready, waiting for my turn. And then the Asian lady just came and said the interviews are cancelled. On the very same day, interviews are cancelled. There's politics behind that position. And the politics caused by who? By me, guys. The politics are caused by me and this individual. They cancelled for everyone. It's just so sad, the people that had to come. If you think they would have resumed 2 weeks later, shame. The contract was ending in May. The interviews, I think, were in March. My contract ended, but I was still going to work. I was still going to work until they renewed. No, the contract ended end of June. And I was still without a word. They hadn't said anything. On the 1st of July, I went to work. I was like, let me go, because I don't want to, let me go. On the 1st of July, they gave me my other extension, an extension. No word about that interview, nothing. Now it's an extension until September, end of September. I got that, I was happy with it, and I did come, I testified. And when I stood on this ground, I said, I'm going to come back with a different story. And the day is here. Amen. So then there's another post that came out of what I was previously doing. Now that post where I feel that I'm very much qualified for it, and it's senior level, and this is mine, you know? I go, so I'm invited to that interview again. Then concurrently, the post for the job that I'm currently doing now, the one I don't like or I didn't like then, also comes out. Hi, double pushing, real serious, nice problems. I just look at it and I'm just like, okay, let me apply. I applied for both, and then they called me for the other one first. I went, and now it's the big guns of the company. I'm not being interviewed only by, low level, for lack of a better word. I'm being interviewed by the HODs now, right? I go to the interview, I nail it. I'm so sure that this is what I want and this is what I deserve, right? Listen, this is what I deserve. I go into the interview, I nail it. Weeks go by, and now I'm worried. Now what's happening, because this is the job that I want. This is the job that I want. I want this one. And God, how do you put me at a place where there's an opportunity for me and then I don't get it? And yet this is what I was doing. And this one that I'm doing now has humbled me. Like, it's the entry level of my career. And guys, I've went past that. I've done that a long time ago. For me, it would be good for God to give me this one. According to me, I go into the interview. So I keep on asking, every Thursdays, it was me, Mr. Prophetess even knew when I raise my hand, it's for a prayer. And also, guys, I want you to learn something. I was consistently asking for prayer for a job. Consistently. There's no day I have never been prayed over for a job. I want you to see this. Do not rest until it comes to pass. Do not rest. Because the enemy can change anything in 24 hours, literally. When you are thinking, I will not ask for a job because you think you've asked for it, then something happens, then it hinders that job. Amen. So I want you to please behold what I'm saying. I never stopped until the day I got the offer. So fast forward, it's now 2 problems, 2 interviews. I'm waiting for 2 replies. Sharp. The other one, I follow up on my favorite one. I follow up for obvious reasons. And then they just tell me that, no, you did very well, but you were not part of you were part of the top 3, but only 2 would go on with the, psychometrics and everything else. But if those 2 don't do well, then obviously we're going to have to come and get you. So I'm discouraged automatically. I'm like, you know what, it's whatever. And then this other one that I'm waiting for, everyone is so sure about it. You're going to get it, you're going to get it. I'm also so sure about it because, I know that I'm even overly qualified for it. Then God did the things. I got the offer for the second one, and the first one I didn't. But I want to show you one thing that God has done. God, I might have felt as though I'm ready for that other one, and it is mine. But God is showing me now that I wanted to introduce you, or for you to introduce yourself to on a different platform and high-level people, right? Because these people would never have gotten a chance to know me in that way if I did not come for an interview. And I started seeing how different they would engage with me, because they've engaged with me before, but it was like, okay, it's that girl from that office. But now after the interview, they engage with me with an understanding that actually this person is a potential successor. Amen. So I want to show you the glory of God. I'm going to come back again and I will testify just to make you understand why God said no with the other one and said yes with this one. Because I know definitely, and I told the prophet that, everything that we've ever prayed for, that I've consistently prayed for, there's nothing that God did not give me that was due to me. And everything that God did not give me, He told me at a later stage why it didn't come to me. So as you are standing here, also, I want you to be encouraged that sometimes God will not give you the things. Just like I said, forget the former things, because behold, I'm about to do a new thing. This word, I think it has been in my mind so much because I didn't understand what God is doing. But he said, behold, I'm about to do a new thing. Amen. And today I'm standing in front of you to tell you that I am permanently employed. And not just any company. Like, I will not mention the company. But these are the mining gurus, you know, companies that you would wish to go in. And they are strong gatekeepers. My journey was not easy. I think if it was anyone else, or if I was not through, under the grace of this ministry and under prayers, it was not going to be possible. But I got in. And it's so weird, guys. You know, people ask themselves there, how did you get in? That's how difficult it is to go in. They would ask you, who do you know? Like, it's known that when you're in that place, someone, you cannot just go in. It's either you are being moved from one sister mind to the other. You can't be a fresh new person in that place. It is already a miracle. Amen. Amen. And for the fact that God put me there, and with all the strong men, from where I was, from the interviews being cancelled to everything else, he made a way. And I stood here on this ground and I said to you, I will come and testify. Here I am today. The day is today. Amen. Amen. I'm coming and I'm bringing my testimony. Amen. And also with that, guys, my journey literally started on the 17th of January. Today, what's the date? It's the 13th of August. Amen. From the 17th of January, I don't think I've missed any online services. Every online service that has been my request. If you can do your math, we have two services. We have one Thursday service every week, right? If you do your math, count how many times I've asked for prayer for a job. And I felt deep in my spirit that it shall surely come to pass. Amen. Another verse that encourages me is that though the vision may tarry, it shall surely come to pass. It means that even the word of prophecy may seem like it's not happening, it will surely come to pass. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much.